Let's see what's funny here. What do we got going on?
Hey everyone, I'm Joe Biden's husband.
I feel like I'm 40, but I've turned it twice plus 3.
Oh, no.
Look, folks, I want to begin by saying thank you, because I'll be forever grateful that you made me the 46th President of the United States of America. And I'm proud of the work we've gotten done over the years. Together, we had COVID administered to 200 million vaccines we put in people. And we lost 1,500,000 people because of the incompetence of the last administration.
Oh, really?
On January 20th, 2021, the day that President Trump left office, there were over 424,000 COVID-19 deaths. Compare that to the latest count. As of September 1st of this year, there have been well over 1 million deaths due to COVID-19. So we did the math and found out that there have been over 617,000 deaths since President Biden took over. So yes, more people have died from COVID-19 under the Biden presidency than the Trump administration.
Together, we put America back to work. We created 14 million new jobs, 600,000 of those jobs in manufacturing. We made more things in America to get more jobs created in any
AI
4
was
years of
on
any
the
president
fucking
in American
rise
history.
during that time.
A new warning sign on the economy. Just moments ago, the government delivered a major update on the labor market. It shows jobs growth is weaker, much weaker than previously reported. There were actually 911,000 fewer jobs created in the 12-month period through March of this year. So that makes it the largest preliminary revision on record.
Bidenomics, they call it Bidenomics.
Yes, they call it Biden Obamonics.
Now, look,
Bidenomics.
he now says we are, quote, in a golden age.
They fucking inflate their numbers because they're fucking pieces of
Only
shit.
gold and stuff he's hanging on the mantle of what? Isn't it? Oh.
Hey, cancer boy, you should just croak and die.
The middle class built America. And unions built the middle class. That's a fact. That's a fact. My fat grandfather fingered roll over in his grave if I walked away from unions.
Brother, shut the fuck all right.
My fat grandfather fingered roll over in his grave if I walked away from unions.
The best Biden ever.
Yes,
We
yes,
respect to the world.
The best cancer Biden
Example of
ever.
our power, but
I
the
know,
power
right?
of our example.
Cancer
That's why the world
patient
followed
out and
us.
about,
Not a
speaking his
joke.
mind. Yeah, let him be
When I was
president. Again.
president,
Probably just gonna
wages
go.
were up and inflation was down.
Well, not good news on the economy today. A crucial inflation report shows prices were 9.1% higher in June compared to a year ago. That's worse than expected and the largest yearly increase since 1981.
My God.
Overall, Americans shelling out an extra $493 per month on the same goods, according to Moody's Analytics. The national average for the cost of rent up 25.5% from a year ago. A one-bedroom apartment more than $1,700 a month.
And that, my friends, is called Bidenomics.
And we'll continue to build on the legacy, I would argue, of our former president, who I think was one of the most successful presidents in the last century, and that is Joe Biden. And I will defend that till my grave.
I give up.
Some people ask whether
he's gonna
you are
die
fit
on that
for the
fucking
job.
hill for sure.
And
That's
when
Gavin
you hear
Newsom.
that,
He dies on
I wonder
a lot
what
of
you
fucking...
think. Watch me.
Oh my goodness. See, this is why California is a shit show. Oh, it's just locally. Got a bunch of fucking running the fucking government. The 50-year fixed mortgage finally solved the affordability crisis. The issue with the affordability crisis. The issue is with the rich and all the housing. Right? Inflating the fucking housing market and putting those turning them into like fucking Airbnbs and whatnot. Fucking rich people. You got all these people buying up fucking like, right? Some of these people have like 10 houses, 20 houses. Like, what the fuck? Yo, fucking even NFL, NBA stuff, right? All those top sports people, man, even they have like 7 houses, 8 houses. Jesus fuck, man. Rich motherfuckers. Got Schumer getting up on the bench.
Well, I'm not sure how many gallons of Scotch Schmuckles the clown sucked down his gullet last night, but he must have had a Class 76 hangover today. Yeah, after his pathetic proposal last night failed and he realized that even his own party is turning against him, he was hitting the sauce hard. Then a Republican senator from Ohio completely buried him and Chuck ran away with his tail between his legs like the coward he is. This one is epic, folks, so hit that like and subscribe, and let's get on with the show.
Ask unanimous consent the quorum be dispensed with.
Without objection.
Well, Madam President.
Excuse me, it's ma'am. It is ma'am.
This morning, tens of millions of Americans remain in limbo. The Supreme Court has allowed the administration to withhold benefits as the case makes its way through the lower courts.
The hell's he talking about?
Just to get out of having to pay SNAP benefits for hungry kids is pathological levels of vindictiveness. But what's happening at America's airports right now?
What's wrong with him?
Yesterday, we offered Republicans a perfect.
He's leaping from one topic to the other, and it's like, what the fuck are you talking about? You fucking crazy old senile bat.
Perfectly reasonable compromise to get out of this horrible shutdown.
What you talking about,
Yeah, seriously, what the fuck?
Question? No, only after I finish.
A few moments later.
Is he okay?
My colleague from Ohio.
Thank you to the Democrat leader for yielding to a question. Have you put forward a proposal that we can read that you referenced in your speech?
Hey, at least you're like not McConnell fucking tripping all over the place and fucking freezing up.
COVID credits? Yes, as we spoke yesterday.
So there is
I will not be interrupted.
No, my question is there a proposal in writing that we can read?
There is a proposal that is very simple.
The answer is no.
I know that the senator from Ohio
there is no
cares
proposal.
About the billionaires.
He has nothing.
We care about average
Basically, he's just going up there to be a fucking piece of shit.
Ms. President,
It's recognized.
So just to be clear, what you heard from the minority leader was the following. I just want to recap it for those of whom might have missed. Number one, he acknowledged that the Democrats have actually not put forward a written proposal that people could look at. Number two, he acknowledged that his plan would be to allow millionaires, let me just say that clearly, people making millions of dollars would receive Biden-era COVID Obamacare subsidies.
Basically, he was trying to lie his way, saying like, there is a proposal in place in the DOJ right now circulating. No, there's nothing. Fuckface. Jennifer Welch claims she heard from credible source that President Trump stinks, wears a diaper, and that he shits his pants. Oh. Wait, isn't that Jennifer Welch person, the one that fucking protects that terrorist propagandist Hassan? Fucking Chank's nephew? That little shithead?
Can you imagine being a billionaire?
Oh, yeah, it is!
And you would think, okay.
Hey, it's
like,
that
remember
weird
think,
fucking
okay,
dumb
what
bitch.
am I going to do if I win the lottery?
Right.
What would I do? Right? You think freedom is what you think, right?
Yeah.
So when I watch these billionaires go to Kanks's Dementia Hour show and tell where we all have to sit around in the circle jerk and tell him how great he is. I think
You look like a
they aren't
rat
free at
faced
all.
bitch.
They have to go make up awards like Tim Cook
sorry.
brought some trophy, humiliated himself, and they have to engage in these humiliation rituals for this man that is not even remotely likable. I hear that, I haven't been
You're
around
not
him in
very
person, but I
likable,
hear
to
that
be
he
honest.
stinks. I mean, a lot of credible sources in courtrooms
I've
say
heard
that he
that
wears
too.
a diaper
Wait, it's
and that he's
these
shitting his pants.
Wait, it's these people.
Seriously,
She's on
can
this.
you imagine?
She's on
You
this
have
fucking dumb
financial
show
freedom and a
with
bank account
with that
could
one
choke a
dumb
bull.
bitch.
And you have to go
That's another dumb
make
bitch,
up
by the
some
way.
trophy and
I
give
mean,
it to that
she looks cute, but she's a
flea
dumb
bag of a
broad.
human being. It just blows my mind.
Yeah, that's I don't fucking. When these people say credible source, they don't have a fucking really credible source. They're lying out their fucking ass. Failure of epic proportions. Palisade fire victim sues California and LA for billions. Hey, you should win that.
Thousands
to
of
be honest.
victims of January's
I don't
Palisades fire in Southern California are suing the state and the city of Los Angeles.
Karen
They're
shit
accusing
bass.
both governments of a failure of epic proportions.
Her name is Karen. She has Karen
Well,
in
what
her
we're seeing
name.
now is a
She's
lot
an
of back
actual
and forth
Karen.
between government agencies. And it
Fidel
all started
Castro
6 days
fucking
before the
sucking dick
Palisades
bitch.
fire. On New Year's Day, there was this smaller fire burning. We know fire crews rushed to the area. Later that day, the LAFD contained it, but some at the scene weren't so sure.
I couldn't be sure that we would make it out.
10 months ago, we were there as Casey Sabani and his family saw what was left of their home for the first time after the Palisades fire.
Just knew we've got to get out of here.
Today, they're still struggling to move on.
We are living the aftermath, and we've seen it, unfortunately, firsthand with a lot of kids who have their own form of trauma.
Casey is one of thousands who lost everything, and now lawyers for the victims and their families are seeking billions in damages from several entities.
I think they're gonna do like
both
some
on
kind
the
of class
state and
action
city
lawsuit.
level, in terms of the government actors, but there were also failures by
Basically,
non-governmental actors as well.
Here's where it gets complicated. The
right,
Palisades
it's going
fire
to be a
didn't just
group
start on
of
January 7th,
people
according to federal prosecutors. On New Year's
who
Day,
get legal
29-year-old Jonathan
representation to
Rinderknecht is
right.
accused of starting a smaller brush fire known
fuck
as the
up the
Lockman
government.
Fire. The LAFD said firefighters contained and put out the fire the same day. On January 2nd, a battalion chief ordered crews to pack up and leave, according to texts obtained by the LA Times. Some firefighters warned it was too soon, even
They all
texting
get
their
lumped
boss it
into
was
the
a bad
same,
idea.
What we're seeing here
lawsuit,
is
and then
a
there's
record of knowing about the
tons and
risks,
tons of
being warned,
charges and
but
blah, blah,
despite
blah,
that, not properly deploying resources, not having effective communication and coordination.
Days later, on January 7th, the fire reignited and eventually exploded into the Palisades fire. Federal investigators later determined the fire smoldered and burned deep underground for days, untraced, until uncontrollable high winds created a firestorm. The lawsuit claims the city and state didn't follow their own rules and that failures to keep water and power running, along with poor land management, made the fire worse. Newsom's office says that's false, saying in part the state didn't start this fire. That was an arsonist, and the state wasn't responsible for responding to or monitoring this fire, but opportunistic plaintiffs' attorneys are now going after the California Department of Parks and Rec.
It's wrong to say that all of this is solely because somebody started a fire on January 1st. There's so much more that happened that caused the outcome that we are dealing with today.
Now, a federal grand jury subpoenaed the Los Angeles Fire Department for those text messages obtained by the Los Angeles Times that warned about hot spots, smoke, and smoldering in the area.
Yeah. What is this? A woman who falsely accused former Bachelor star of getting her pregnant facing new charges. Uh-oh. Are we gonna get a countersuit?
Remember the story we had a while back of the woman who was falsely accused a former Bachelor star of impregnating her. Well, now she's facing new charges, accused of doing the same thing to a different man. Bianca Bono's with us. And Bianca, this thing just gets stranger and stranger.
Just when you think it can't, it does. We've reported on the charges Laura Owens faces after accusing Clayton Eckerd of getting her pregnant with twins. She filed a paternity case against him in 2023, and it turns out she filed a civil complaint against another Valley man in 2021 alleging the same thing. She's now being criminally charged for all of it.
Laura Owens? In a stunning development, as Laura Owens is preparing for trial, accused of defrauding former Bachelor star Clayton Eckerd with altered sonograms while claiming to be pregnant with his twins, she's being charged with another paternity scheme. The Maricopa County Attorney's Office announcing Thursday that the 35-year-old Scottsdale woman is facing 7 new felony charges, in addition to the 7 she was indicted on back in May.
Wait, is he
in August of
countersuing her?
2023, Owens filed a paternity case against Clayton Eckerd, claiming he impregnated her. Records show the family court hearings that followed revealed glaring inconsistencies in her story, including an altered ultrasound image, a fabricated pregnancy video, and she was caught lying under oath, all shockingly similar to what had happened 2 years prior. Records show Owens filed a civil complaint against a Scottsdale man after he had decided not to continue a relationship with her. She then claimed she was pregnant by him. He answered the complaint, writing Owens was not pregnant. And when he reverse image searched a sonogram that Owens had shared in an effort to prove her claim, he found it on a blog post belonging to someone else from 2015. In a counterclaim, he wrote that Owens was trying to force him into a relationship with her. It took years and thousands of dollars in legal fees for that civil complaint to be dismissed. But now, 4 years later, Owens' own civil complaint has led to her being criminally charged. Investigators with the Maricopa County Attorney's Office finding she falsified documents. And now she's indicted for perjury, fraud, forgery, and identity theft. Greg Woodnick, the attorney who previously represented the victim in 2021 and currently represents Eckerd, releasing a statement to 12 News saying they're not surprised, adding Miss Owens is a serial fraudster who through her con has tortured victims with faked pregnancies. The victims appreciate MCAO's continued efforts to seek justice.
And as this criminal case unfolds here in Arizona, another case is underway in California involving a third man who Owens has also accused of impregnating her. For years, Owens has renewed a restraining order against that man, and just this week, the case was dismissed. Owens is due back in court later this month. Live in studio, Bianca Bono, 12 News.
Bianca, thanks.
What the fuck? Like, actually, what the fuck? It's like this dumb bitch right here, too. They're trying to cause a fucking ruckus. Oh, she's gonna get her just deserved. She's gonna get fucked up in the court system. See, this is why you shouldn't trust all women. And they should be questioned very thoroughly. Because what the fuck, man? Can't be trusting that shit. That's literally unforgivable. That bitch belongs to the fucking streets. Oh, they got the fucking big. They got the big fucking. Back up! 3 feet! 30 feet! Back up! 30 feet! So they're all shaming Border Patrol agents. I guess they're a bunch of illegals. They're a bunch of illegal alien supporters. Do not block the driveway. Do not block the road. Oh man. Back up. Back up 30 feet. Okay, there you have it. Let's take a look at the BLM stuff from Nate the Lord.
Black Lives Matter organization over fraud allegations, saying it misused tens of millions of dollars in donations.
BLM is a scam.
Clip that. I am not the first black activist. In fact, there are 326 black activists facing federal charges.
Executive with Black Lives Matter is accused of siphoning more than $10 million from donors. The claim was made in a court filing by the grassroots arm of the organization.
BLM was literally a scam. They had bought mansions and
says Black Lives Matter secretly bought a $6 million house. Allies and critics alike have questioned where the organization's money has gone.
Now, this organization is so crazy, BLM activists have been arrested and convicted of lynching people. I'm not talking about the KKK. I'm talking about BLM.
Pasadena, California, where a Black Lives Matter organizer is facing up to 4 years in state prison after she was convicted of a rarely known statute in California law known up until recently as felony lynching.
So the Department of Justice is investigating the scam of BLM. Let's talk about it.
Whoa. Big accusation.
Here's a quick message from the sponsor of this video, ZocDoc. You ever do anything weird, something's off? Your eye's swollen, your neck got a weird pain, or you have a cold that just won't quit. Just too busy. You think it'll heal on its own. But now, I compare high and doc care. Check real usually happen. Use Zoc. Just go to Zoc in the description of George Floyd's. Now, back to the story. Black Lives Matter is an organization that came to prominence in the wake of George Floyd's death. Police officer Derek Chauvin was convicted of murdering him during an arrest that went wrong. Now, this woman, Patrisse Cullors, is credited with co-founding the Black Lives Matter group in 2013. The group came together after the killing of Trayvon Martin and the acquittal of George Zimmerman. Now, Black Lives Matter started on July 13th, 2023, and this tweet started the movement. So now let's just be honest with the situation. This group was never anything serious, and we can tell that from its tax returns in 2019. So here's the group's 2019 tax returns. Now in part 1, where it says revenues, expenses, and changes of net assets or fund balances, this is where you're supposed to put if you made any money and what you did with it. And as you can see at the end, it's all zero. Matter of fact, this tax return is so bad, the whole tax return is zero. They handed in essentially a blank tax return. Now,
wait, how did they essentially return a zero tax return?
She is the executive director at this time. They made absolutely no money. All the rest of the pages are essentially blank. See, they even signed their name to this.
Yeah, especially when they're
it's all
a company
zero. They had absolutely no money, no assets, or at least that's what this tax return is saying. They had nothing. These pages are empty. Matter of fact, we have to get to the end, and that's where they have to put in what the company's about. And that's all they do.
Exactly.
That's
yeah,
it.
they're operating
essentially
like
the
a
highest
too,
number
so yeah, they have,
on this tax return is zero. It's like that's it. They've made nothing. They have nothing. Absolutely nothing. But next year they'll have $90 million cash. Now this was the last tax return that was going to look like this because George Floyd happened. Now after the George Floyd incident, BLM raised over $90 million in less than a year. And Patrisse Cullors, who you saw was the executive director when they had absolutely not a dime to spend, she's still the executive director, and now they have $90 million to spend.
Contrary to what has been reported, much of the funding that came in was from individual donors. That was a lot of white guilt money. A lot of white folks being like, we just got to put the money.
That's that good guilt.
CRT, right?
That's a lot of good.
Your critical race theory.
So $90 million is a lot of money. So what do you think they did with that money? Well, Patrisse Cullors, who's running the organization, said, hey, let me just hook up my family and friends because we have the money to spend. And she started hiring her family and friends and giving them monstrously huge salaries to do things they had no experience of doing. Check it out. Cullors' entire family needed to be on the payroll, and they needed to pay them hundreds of thousands of dollars to do work for them. For instance, Cullors' brother, sister, mother, even her baby's father, all of them getting money through BLM. Here's some examples. This
and they
is
were
Paul
getting
Cullors,
donations,
brother
by the way,
of Patrice Cullors.
from
He's
people.
BLM's head of security,
and she was giving those donations
job,
back
he was a graffiti artist in New York City. Now, the New York Post reports that he gets an annual salary
a bunch of people gave them money,
$139,000 a year. BLM also hires his security company, Cullors Security LLC. In 2020, BLM paid the company $840,000 for Paul Cullors security professionals. He also made another $756,000 in 2021.
They
now,
basically just created
so
a
wild
money
here.
laundering
They even
scheme.
listed it on the tax returns where you're supposed to list it, but here's what they put: business transactions involving interested parties, name Paul Cullors, Cullors Protection LLC, relationship between interested parties
so they
and
made
the
a bunch
organization,
of fake
family member
business
of founder and
so that they
executive
could claim the
director, and
money
again,
and
he's a board member too. Description of transaction, professional security services. And remember, before this, he was a graffiti artist.
Yeah,
now,
they're
Patrice's baby daddy was
basically
up
operating
next.
like a
His
shell
company, Trap Heels LLC, got $969,000 from BLM. Oh yeah, and
the
Trap Heels was
shadiest
also
shit
paid
possible.
$150,000 for a November 2020 live stream of election night. Here's Patrice also talking about how her mom and sister are getting paid by BLM.
Is there any truth to the reports that your family has been hired to work at the property that was purchased by Black Lives Matter?
While my brother is the head of security and my mom and sister did work at the property, there are also dozens of other people who work in the organization that are Black folks and are doing amazing work. It's not like I literally, opened up the bank accounts and was like, I'm bringing all my family and friends in.
Well, you pretty much did bring all of your family, unless you're saying your sister, your brother, your mother, your baby's father, and your spouse are not
money.
part of your family, because those were the people who were getting paid. Now, remember the question the interviewer asked Patrice about the property? Listen again.
Is there any truth to the reports that your family has been hired to work at the property that was purchased by Black Lives Matter?
Well, the property they're talking about is a $6 million mansion that was purchased with donation money from BLM. Right. Patrice even shot a YouTube video and put it on her channel. Check it out.
Yeah, this one. Yeah, I remember that. I remember seeing.
Now, I don't know how this is in any way dedicated to ending state-sanctioned violence, liberating Black people, and ending white supremacy forever. It looks like they're having a really good time in a really expensive house. This is just the tip of the iceberg. BLM board members have started consulting firms all over the place, and these consulting firms are getting paid hundreds of thousands of dollars from BLM. For instance, Bowers Consulting Firm is run by current board member Sholomar Bowers. He was the consultant of all consultants. His consulting costs were $2 million. $2 million. This guy's the greatest consultant ever. And then there's a lawsuit that accused him of siphoning off tens of millions of dollars this way. Here it is. The new leader of the National Black Lives Matter nonprofit siphoned more than $10 million in fees from donors to pay his consulting firm, according to the lawsuit. Now, we can go through these examples all day, but obviously the finances are funny and things just don't add up. Now, let's think about this as rational people. They raised $90 million. As of today, $60 million of that is gone like a fart in a wind. They only have about roughly $33 million left. So they went from operating from no money, remember they weren't making anything. We saw a blank tax return, to almost spending $60 million in 2 years. Now, because of all this shadiness, Black Lives Matter had to stop online fundraising after California and Washington threatened legal action against the not-for-profit. Soon after, Cullors resigned because obviously the money was looking a little funny. This was after her family had obviously made millions of dollars in salaries, consulting fees,
this is already after they
Now, when people started finding out what they were doing with the money, they weren't spending it on the cause, they were spending it on themselves with these mansions and thousands of dollars.
I mean,
now, remember, BLM is
literally
nationwide.
Giving free
so
money
now
to
these
her
activists who are using donor money in these wild ways started going to jail for fraud. Here's one in Boston.
Boston community activist is going to be sentenced in January after pleading guilty to federal fraud charges. Prosecutors say Monica Cannon Grant took thousands of dollars in donations that were earmarked for her anti-violence nonprofit. However, she spent it on herself.
The mom, would you have had a problem with someone who is under federal indictment giving a speech to your kids?
No. Because the people closest to the problem understand how to solve it. I am not the first black activist. In fact, there are 326 black activists facing federal charges.
Matter of fact, the president of BLM Georgia is also going to jail for fraud.
Court documents say Sir Major Page will spend 42 months behind bars. He was arrested in 2020 for fraudulently using a Black Lives Matter nonprofit organization by way of misrepresentations and defrauding donors. According to the FBI, Page spent more than $200,000 on personal items with no identifiable purchases or expenditures for social or racial
like a charity or some kind of nonprofit organization that's
these people are
supposed to
being
help
held accountable
for
stealing donor money. But on a national level, the DOJ didn't go after BLM National. And that is what they're looking into now. They're investigating BLM National because of all the stuff you've just seen in this video.
The Justice Department is investigating the Black Lives Matter organization over fraud allegations, saying it misused tens of millions of dollars in donations. The DOJ's investigation reportedly focused on the foundation's handling of donations collected in the wake of the George Floyd case back in 2020. Now, at that time, organizers received a surge of more than $90 million. The Associated Press reports critics of the nonprofit foundation and of the BLM movement broadly accused organizers of not being transparent about how it was spending the donations. That criticism grew louder after BLM Foundation leaders in 2022 confirmed they used donations to purchase a $6 million Los Angeles area property that includes a home with 6 bedrooms and bathrooms.
Now, the DOJ is looking into this, but one big thing happened. All the money is gone. BLM is saying they've spent all that money. Yeah. They're broke.
Black Lives Matter's national organization at risk of going bankrupt.
But the entire situation looks incredibly shady.
And you have broken down the numbers to the penny. We're going to do a little bit more broad strokes here. But let's take a look. Total revenue, basically $8.5 million. Total expenses, $17 million. That is not good when you do the math. And let's do that math. And you can see the total deficit that they are running is about $8.5 million. And on top of that, they had investment losses of about $10 million as well. So how did it get this bad? If for years, Adam, they've been on the receiving end of all this white guilt money, all of this corporate money, and in the year after George Floyd, they received $90 million. How did it get this bad in the red?
Now, obviously, you're going to have half the internet saying that this DOJ investigation into BLM is motivated. Others are going to say it's long time coming. But I'm going to ask you. I think this should have happened under the Biden administration.
Deserve it.
We knew what was going on.
Mayor
She's
Brandon
paying
Johnson's
her brother, her boyfriend, or this guy's taking $10 million in his own consult. This was all a scam. So tell me, what do you think? Do you think any of these BLM officials are going to be prosecuted?
It's just Mayor Brandon Johnson can't do this type of scheme
that this is going to be just a big nothing burger?
Slacked.
Let's all find out together. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe, do all that great YouTube stuff. If you listen to my voice at this part of the video, my name is Nate the Lawyer. I'm out.
Shit like that.
Peace. What's going on?
All right, that was Nate the Lawyer.
The Justice Department.
All right. BLM protested one black-on-black shooting in its history. BLM founders didn't even understand how to scam with the NPO correctly. BLM is the most radically racist thing done to black Americans in decades by their own people. Who could have imagined? This group has topped Al Sharpton as grifters with the quickness. Yep. Well, at least, Al Sharpton hasn't gone to jail for his grifting, so. He's lucky on that front. Yeah, exactly. Media and BLM say Charlie Kirk equals Hitler, but George Floyd equals Jesus. Yeah. This just keeps getting better, huh? It's just so damn strange that the stuff disappeared from the media every time, isn't it? Yeah, they don't want to talk about it because they fucking played, right? The media played in, right? The Democrats played into it. A lot of the liberals played into the BLM fucking movement. And now that they found out they got fucking caught out, everyone's not even talking, right? No one's talking about it because they don't want to fucking talk about it. They know they got fucked. They know they got caught. See, this is just another, right? If they're going to do this with BLM, look at what they're doing with the illegal aliens, right? They're trying to give them so much money. Now that the money well dried up for BLM because they got too much heat on them because they got caught so many times. Well, now they can't. Now everybody's leaving them out to dry, right? You don't see any of the politicians coming out to help them, right? You don't see a lot of the right political pundits of the left coming out to help some of these guys. No, they're fucked, right? They're left out there to fucking dry on their own. They're not even touching that shit. All right, let's see what sensitive
when
society.
When you think of incompetence, what do you think of? I'll give you a few seconds to think about it, to leave it in the comments below. I'll make it easier. When you think of an incompetent company, who do you think of? I think of Twitch. Now, I'm sure some of you might have heard about this by now. When I talk about the Twitch streamer who goes by Nina Lin, if you've heard of her, it hasn't been because of her positive work, because she's given money to charity. No. The reason why she's known is because she has essayed 2 guys. One of them started crying. So she got banned, came back, then got banned again for about a week, and then Twitch was like, you know what? You've done your time. You can come back to the platform after essaying 2 individuals that were clearly uncomfortable by this. I'll be sure to play the clips just for context.
You can't. No, you can't.
He's 23.
No.
He's consensual.
No, he's not consenting.
Yes, he is.
He's not even saying
Oh
nothing.
yeah, I've seen this one. Yeah, basically he can't show this one because yeah, YouTube don't like it.
I know.
This one's not too bad, kinda, as long as
Now, the guy that is getting this quote-unquote massage later came out and said that he felt pretty uncomfortable and he felt pressure to do this. Now, to simplify all of this, she is known for 2 things: for having top 5 most annoying voices of all time, and for sexual assaulting people. That's literally all she's known
could
for.
say that.
Believe it or not, there's people who are
She's up there with
defending her.
QT Cinderella.
Most of the people are Sims, guys that are down bad. They're like, I wish that was me. I wish I was the one getting molested. I wish I was the one getting twerked on. Now, I said this when I talked about this the first time. Some people might be like, yo, that's sick. That guy's living the dream. I wish that could happen to me. If that's you, valid. Right? If that's what you're into,
I don't think
crazy,
you want
right?
it from.
But
I would think you want it from
like
your
that.
partner,
But if you
and
don't
not
want
that
to,
fucking
and they
chick,
force
come
their
on,
bodies
man.
upon you, if we flip the genders, I mean, just imagine 2 guys groping a girl.
If you want
and
the Congo
excuse is,
pats
it's a
from your
massage.
partner, okay,
Now let me
maybe
grab your
that's a
ass.
different
Just 2
story,
guys
but
doing
from
this,
that
they
chick
would
probably.
be set on fire, and rightfully so. I wanted to verify for myself, and as of right now, she is back on Twitch. This is what Twitch allows. To get this straight, you get banned for 2 weeks, and you call Frogan fat. You get banned if you say retard.
Oh.
You get banned if
Wait,
you're a
we
little
got a
edgy,
Tecton
but
reference.
you could essay someone twice and just get hit with the 1-week ban. Very interesting priorities for Twitch and Dan Clancy. Now, she did a live stream a few hours ago after getting unbanned. It is clear she hasn't learned her lesson.
W chat. I want to say W chat. So all the haters out there, y'all can suck my dick. Word 2, I don't give a fuck. Fuck you bitches, bro. You bitches not me. Y'all been through nothing that I've been through.
Why does she talk like
It's
this?
the worst it's ever been. I'm not gonna lie. It's bad to say, but this is not the worst it's ever been. I've been through worse. I've actually been through worse. So this jail was kind of like vacay jail a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, bro.
I mean, that is what Twitch bans essentially are. They're just mini vacations. And this is what happens when you don't make an example out of people. If this was Tectone,
do people find her attractive?
Twerking,
she was just so unattractive right there.
Or groping them, they would be banned forever. All right, forever. Well, there is no chance in hell they would be able to appeal or
I guess
come
I'm
back.
just a
People
picky
will
person.
never learn unless you put a stop to it. Once again, if anyone knows more Nina lore, why the fuck does she sound like this?
I don't
then
know,
double
man. I have
down.
no
She fits
idea.
into the Twitch
I don't know how to
ecosystem
answer your
nicely.
question.
And the YNs that are next to her, down bad, beyond down bad. Have a little bit of respect for yourself.
I
This is
guess
how
you
I
would
felt
have to
watching
be
that
down
video.
bad
She
if you
just
would want
sounds
to be
dumb.
attracted
I don't know how to
her.
describe it. It feels like she never passed first grade. She sounds like she has approximately 3 brain cells, and all of them are on fire.
She sounds
as
like
she's
got
trying
that smoker
to make this video. She has 2 modes. Talking like that and essing people. That's all she's known for. Do they have any other vocabulary, or is that truly it? They all say the same things. W
Got the more
chats.
masculine,
And I fucking hate when people say that. If you say that and you're live. To all the haters. Word 2. I don't give a fuck. Wait, is this a sense vocabulary? Add amigos and amigas to this, dude.
I don't even
You
think
are
she
not
smokes
me.
either.
You haven't been through what I've been through. I'm
That's
not gonna
just
lie.
her,
I'm not gonna lie,
that's
chat.
just her
You haven't
voice.
been through what I've been through. What a shitty, trashy individual.
And I'll say one more thing, and y'all know who this is, bro. That weird motherfucker that lives in the basement of his mom's house. That be
Oh,
chatting about me all damn day long. You are
Asmongold.
no cap.
Reference.
I genuinely think you get no pussy.
Yeah,
and you
well,
love
that's
me,
probably
bro. You
because
gotta chill out.
Asmongold
been way too many
fucking called
clips
her
I've
out a
seen, bro.
lot.
Like, you low-key
I mean,
upset.
that's
I'm
because she
flattered, but
did
you
do.
gotta chill.
I mean, she
No
did
cap.
do those acts.
Heard
She
you always
even
drink water,
she
too. You gotta fix that.
acknowledged.
I'm not gonna lie, you're like
She
47
even did
years
some
old.
of
You
that
gotta fix
shit. Come on.
She sounds like she had no parents growing up, and the only person she
So it's
heard
like the
talk
fact that
was
Twitch,
Tyson.
the fact
It
that
kinda feels like an
Twitch
experiment.
even
Like, what if we
allowed
take
her
a
to come
baby
back is
and
insane.
all she watches is
Like, 'cause she even
Tyson. How
acknowledged
would
she did
she
the fucking
sound?
things.
Well, this is what you get. Now, the
What the
weird
fuck?
motherfucker that she was talking about is Asmongold.
It's an attic, excuse you.
Be chatting about me all damn day long. You are obsessed with me. I think you
The
in love
Rat
with
King
me,
was
okay?
referenced.
I genuinely think you get no pussy and you in love with me, bro. Like, you gotta.
Talk whatever you want, crash out however much you want. That's totally fine. Nothing that you're gonna say is gonna make me mad. You're not gonna upset me. You're not gonna bait me into, you know, some weird internet beef. You're just a disgusting bitch. That's it. And it's got nothing to do with this about me at all. That's it. So I don't care. Say whatever you want. Nobody gives a fuck.
Chill out. It's been way too many clips I've seen you, bro. Like,
I
you
know.
low-key upset.
So let me get this straight. Guy S. Ace Emeru at TwitchCon permanently banned. Nina Lynn S. Ace people 1 week ban.
Yeah,
Clearly Twitch doesn't take
basically
sexual assault
Twitch
against
is not
men
consistent.
seriously enough. She should have never been able to come back. This person says, I hate
Right.
bitches who put on that fake black accent. Nina Lynn revealed that she used to beat her 6-year-old
If you
brother
gotta call that.
until he turned 15.
Yeah,
expected behavior.
I think
Not surprising at all,
Pokimane
but-
does
I've never
that
been in a
kind of
relationship,
shit too,
but I have a
where they do
relationship problem
the
with
code
my
switching.
little brother.
Right.
Like, really
I think
bad ones.
Valkyrie kind of does it too a little bit. It's really fucking.
I was trying to be like an older sister, and like, mind you, I never met him for like 6 years since we were born. So I was like,
Especially
8,
when
he was
they're
6.
fucking privileged
That's when we
ass
first met.
bitches.
And I was like, I have a little brother. I didn't know that. So we met up because I actually grew up in a foster house, and then I moved in with my real parents when I was 8. It was very violent. Like the foster house I was in, I loved them.
Right,
I
you
loved
guys
them. They
go
took care of me. They took very
online.
good care of me.
You guys go
But
on
they
the
were also
internet
very
and get
traditional,
free
as in
money from simps.
Very old
Come
school,
on.
where everything was very physical. Like,
You guys
know,
are
I've
the
been
most
beat,
privileged
obviously.
fucking shitheads
Because in
ever.
a foster house, I had 2 little younger brothers that weren't biological to me, but they were autistic. I would take care of them, and because they were sped, I would take care of them more. So when I had a brother that had all the chromosomes, I was like, you should be like, okay, like you should not be acting sped. Like you can't be, you know what I'm saying? Like you gotta.
Why
be
does
like,
she sound like a dude?
He wanted a sister, right? But I was like kind of rejecting him. I've always been beat growing up, so I was never taught the right way. It was always through action.
She's like a
So I was
masculine
really
tomboy,
aggressive,
dude.
my younger brother, and he was like 6. So I beat him.
Well,
until he was, like,
she
15
wants
or
to be in the
13,
right.
all the
She's
way
like
there,
a.
and like Child Protection Services came. We had to fly to China to evade the police.
She wants to be
and
one of
Child
those
Protective Services,
dominant
'cause they were gonna
women
put us in
in
foster
the,
care. And we went to China for a
in the-
month, came back. my dad almost got arrested because they thought it was my dad beating him.
He wants to put the
But it was actually
dominatrix
me,
suit on.
and they all knew.
And fuck you up.
But I wouldn't say anything, and I beat him more to not say anything to the police when they got interrogated, and then he got released. I think it wasn't the physical beating.
Why are you telling this story, by the way, in public? This sounds
like,
really,
it really hindered
fucking
him.
weird.
It disabled him
and it sounds
from,
like you're a
being able to
fucking
express himself. It
right,
took me
you're
like
a criminal,
6 years to say sorry to him.
literally.
So I feel like that's why for me, I
Sounds like
can't
you're a
really be
fucking-
affectionate to a lot of people because I don't really know how to. So I only know how to be loud and aggressive, right?
Yeah, it makes sense why no one would want to date you. You sound absolutely fucking horrible to be around. I guess this is what she meant when she said earlier, you guys don't know what I've been through. There's people that have been through worse and are not as sane and molesting
maybe she's one of
random
those.
people. Only I would say
maybe she's
womp
one
womp,
of those
skill issue,
transient
cope, and
right?
get better. But joking
persons
aside,
where
I mean, I guess I feel bad for you,
she's
but
one of
that
those
doesn't
people
excuse
who,
your shitty present
God, I
behavior.
don't
When
even
you're a
wanna
kid, you
I'm
can't
gonna shut the
control
fuck
a
up.
lot of things, right? But when you're an adult, you have the ability to change that. To me, that's just an excuse. Control the controllable, and in this situation, you could afford a therapist, all right? You can do something to fix whatever issues you might have, but instead you don't take essay seriously. You essay two individuals, and then you're like, yeah, that was a nice mini vacation, had a great time. Next time I'm gonna essay 4 other people so I could have a 2-week vacation. I just saw this post and it says Nina does another essay less than 24 hours after being unbanned. Ain't no way. He's a minor too. Okay,
Let's go.
No way.
Let's go. You gotta. Yo. You gotta go. Go. Oh shit.
I don't even know what to say at this point. Like she's clearly fucking around with all of this, right? You know, I'm gonna do it even more. Or, oh my god, oops, I forgot I can't do that. That's essay. I would love to see the internet's reaction if a 25-year-old man slapped the ass of a 16-year-old like this while streaming, by the way. Keep that in mind. Just think about that for a second. But once again, this is Twitch. They don't take essay seriously, let alone men getting essayed.
This
Twitch
is why I
to
have
blame
an
for this
issue
because they're
with,
not enforcing the
kicking
rules.
Twitch
Letting
right
anyone
now.
do whatever they want. As long
I
as
mean,
they're a
YouTube
hot girl,
kinda
they
has
could
it,
do
but-
whatever they want. As long as they're a hot girl and they're
They're
Hassan
just
Piker, they
videotaping
could do whatever they want on
themselves
Twitch.
doing criminal
Why you always hitting me? Stop with those punches. Oh shit, I can't touch you no more because I have to make it sign an NDA. Sorry, I forgot. Yeah, that's gonna be tough, bro. It's gonna come up 3 months later. I won't come. Oh, me punch you? You want me to punch you? Are you okay?
Did you sign the NDA or no?
You sure? So I am not sexually assaulting you. I am not. You consent to this.
Yes.
You fully am okay with this.
By the way, you shouldn't
will not
consent
use
to
this
this
cup
because
against
on
me later
Twitch
in 3
there's
months later.
the
Or 9 months
self-harm
later.
and this could
Or 6
the
months
whole
later.
self-harm shit.
No.
So this is I don't.
Hey,
this is on
chat
Twitch,
sees this,
by
bro.
the way.
Ready?
All right, I've seen enough of that. I mean, who
Don't
the
do
fuck
it.
are these losers? Down bad. Am I shocked? No. Do I think
this
she's
is
gonna
why
get
you
banned?
should read
No. Hell no.
TOS sometimes.
This is Twitch we're talking about. They don't enforce the rules for
Yeah, they don't.
Hassan and hot girls, guys. Come on. We ought
I
to
mean,
know
they don't
better.
even
With that
enforce
said,
the
let me know
rules
what you
on
guys think in the comments
Hassan,
below.
right?
Drop a like, subscribe to the
Motherfucker should be
channel.
banned so
Bye
many
bye.
times. You should have been kicked off the platform, to be honest. Especially with his fucking terrorist propagandist bullshit. Um.
Most of the
that's
time that I
the-
talk to you guys about the ever-growing cyberpunk dystopia in the US and the EU, what I'm really talking about is how technology is being used to violate basic human rights like free speech and privacy. But if we want to see how bad things can really get, we've got to go look at China, where basic human rights have always been optional. So there's these viral videos going around of Chinese public restrooms
I mean, you
that
can't
have
even talk about
monetized
fucking
toilet
feminists.
paper dispensers installed in them. So when you use one of these bathrooms and go to get some toilet paper to clean yourself up,
Can't
there's a
even
QR code
fucking
on the side of the
get even
dispenser that you have to
close to the
scan,
word or else
which
they're gonna
takes you to a
fucking shellac.
website
Fucking
that tells
take
you
you
to
out.
either pay 0.5 yuan, which is about 7 cents per strip of toilet paper,
Holy
or
shit.
you can watch a
And there's a
30-second
QR
video
code where
to
you have to
get
pay and
your
shit?
portion of toilet paper for free. So it's a really crappy situation for the users, obviously, but the advertisers love it because they have a captive audience for their ads. You're gonna watch the ad because what else do you have to look at? The tile pattern on the floor or on the side of the wall? And let's be real, for most of the people who are suffering from brain rot, that tile pattern is not going to be entertaining enough. They are going to consume the ad and then probably also consume the product. And there's no way of you really opting out of the monetized toilet paper
now
dispenser, because
basically
once you've done the deed,
go
you need
to
to
this
wipe your
kiosk
ass. Like maybe you could go full Joker mode and just decide you're not going to wipe your ass, but keep in mind you're using a public
and then you watch
bathroom,
ads
and
as
so
well.
not wiping your ass is probably going to throw some major complications into the rest of your day, because maybe you were planning on spending your entire day at the mall
while
with
you
some
pay
friends,
for it.
maybe go eat some greasy food for lunch and get some boba tea, maybe go to one of the clothing stores and buy yourself some new clothes. But now you're sitting here in the bathroom with a dirty butt planning out your villain arc. And God forbid that you're one of these people who's trying to go out into the world without a phone so that you can cure your brain rot. You're trying to go touch some grass and have some social interaction instead of staring at a screen like 99% of today's youth. Well, unfortunately, your radical approach to curing your brain rot is not going to be compatible with having a clean ass in China.
You're stuck.
Now, maybe you could do the old foot tap thing if you're, without a phone, or maybe you have a phone and it's dead, right? There's all kinds of situations where maybe you're not going to be able to get toilet paper. So you do the old
phone
foot
in the
tap
car and you forgot it.
ask the
and now
person
you're
next to you in the stall for some TP, but that's a much bigger ask, because now they're going to have to either pay for it or watch a 30-second ad to get that toilet paper for you, and that portion might also not be enough. Maybe you just happen to be the only person in the stall in the whole bathroom by yourself, and you don't have a phone, or your phone is not charged. So how long are you going to sit there in your own filth until you finally get desperate and wipe yourself with a sock? Now, you might be wondering if there's any real justification
I guess
China
you might as
having
well pucker up.
monetized toilet paper dispensers, other than them just further turning themselves into a cyberpunk episode of Black Mirror. But there actually is. There actually is a justification for this. The smart toilet paper dispensers are actually part of the broader social credit system that China has been developing to curtail bad behavior amongst its citizens.
I'm sorry,
so in
what?
case you didn't know, several decades
why
ago,
do it in
China
the bathroom?
decided to start
What does
doing
it have to do with the
communism in typical
bathrooms, though?
fashion.
What?
Millions of people starved and went
Man,
without
they're even
basic
doing it.
necessities
Man,
for
they're
a
even
very
keeping
long
you
time.
checked in the
And
bathrooms.
when you spend most of your life, especially in your developmental years,
soon enough they're going to
extreme
start putting
scarcity,
cameras in the bathroom.
you tend to get that scarcity mentality imprinted on you, and you keep it with you.
I mean,
even
they
when you're
probably
no longer
already
living
fucking
in
wiretapped
that
the
same
bathroom.
scarce situation.
Ew.
Like to this day, I still
Hearing
have
all
a
that
habit
piss and
of cutting
shit.
open tubes of toothpaste and bottles of lotion when I can't squeeze any more out, just to get the last little bit on myself and use it. Like, I also put water in my shampoo bottles and shake it up so that I can use it 2 or 3 more times before I throw the container away. I really don't need to do that anymore. It's just this old habit that I have back when I was broke, and it was a thing I did out of necessity. So, old habits die hard, as they always say. But because older Chinese people faced this level of poverty that you and I have probably never ever dealt with or ever will, they have that same scarcity mentality, but it's dialed up to 11. And you can find plenty of videos online of older people, usually it's older Chinese people, taking massive amounts of toilet paper or paper towels that are in a place for free. I mean, they're literally just rolling it off the roll and stuffing it in their pockets or their purse, and they're doing it so that they can take it home to use it because of the old scarcity mentality. And obviously, because this toilet paper is free to the public doesn't mean that it doesn't cost anybody money. Somebody's obviously paying for this,
people are already
and had to
fucking
come up with a way
taking so
to
much.
curtail this bad behavior. And so the way they've done it is with monetized toilet paper dispensers. But I have a
That's
feeling
why they started
that
charging.
this system might end up backfiring. And there's a couple of ways I could see it going down. I mean, for one, people might just break into these dispensers and
that's
take
one
the
way to
entire
be
roll with
resourceful.
them. I mean, that's That's something that even happens here in America, and I don't think we have any monetized dispensers.
Correct.
But China's surveillance state might actually be sophisticated
Yeah, I mean,
enough
you see
to
it
catch
with
most of those would-be
right,
toilet
the sauce
paper thieves,
packets
and I imagine it's also
nowadays
really
at
bad
certain
for your social
restaurants
credit
and
score. They might actually
food
send John
joints
Cena to your house to
where you have
put
to
the
pay
bing chilling
extra
where the
if you
sun
want
doesn't
sauce
shine.
packets and shit.
And it's also made of metal, like the one
Look,
that we
with
saw
that
in the
one, that
video.
sucks.
So, you know, this is probably going to be pretty difficult for
That's
people
basically
in public
a
bathrooms
fee.
in China to break into. Most likely, what I think will happen
you
is
want
people are
more
just going to
paper,
start
you gotta
carrying
pay
their own
fee.
toilet tissues with them. And I
7
think a lot of
cents,
people
you
in
get-
China
you get
actually
3
do that
seconds of
already
me
because, well, people
unraveling
have been
this
looting
thing,
the
and then
toilet
that's what you
tissues for
get.
so long that the old solution, like what a lot of places do these days in China, is just they don't have any toilet paper there. So you have to bring your own anyway. But these Chinese business owners, they might have to start worrying about plumbing issues because your bathroom patrons, I mean, they could be wiping with anything if they're bringing in their own toilet paper.
Oh man, they could be
the
using
one
their
atom thick
sock
tissue that's
now.
usually in public restrooms is
t-shirts
pretty
now.
good at not clogging pipes, but you know, the so-called flushable wet wipes
You
that
don't
come
know
in
what they could
convenient
be
portable
using.
packages that people are probably going to use are notorious for clogging toilets.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
they
the
say
invention
don't even.
of
Yeah, they
flushable
say
wipes
don't
has
even
probably
throw.
single-handedly doubled
even
the
some of
demand
the
for plumbers in places where they're
right,
popular and people are using them.
biodegradable
So
or the
this solution
even
to
the
toilet
one
paper
they
theft
say
can easily
flush,
turn into
right, the flushable ones. Even though some of those you shouldn't flush those in certain things, right?
to an increased
like if you have a
for
septic tank, I
public
think,
bathrooms everywhere in
right?
China that
you
actually
shouldn't
decides
flush
to implement
those
this.
flushable wipes.
I
in
guess we're
there
just
and
gonna have to
stuff
sit back and see how crappy this experiment really pans out. But if it works well in China, you can bet that other countries are going to do this, and not just in Asia, but in the West. I mean, a lot of public restrooms in Europe, for example, they don't stock toilet paper. So installing monetized toilet paper dispensers might actually be an upgrade so that people in those public restrooms or people using those public restrooms don't have to bring their own. And I could easily see this becoming a subscription-based service too, because I mean, right now you have to watch a 30-second ad or pay 7 cents for a portion of toilet paper. And let's be real. I mean, one portion.
I mean, they're
isn't gonna
already
be
trying
enough
to do
for
it
a
with
lot of
video
people.
games.
I mean, based on the looks
Not
in
trying
this
to
video,
do it with your toiletry.
the lady that's using the dispenser
Anything they
got
can
about
do
maybe
to
5
make you
squares
watch
of
an
TP,
ad or
and it
make
looks
you
like
look at
kind
something
of
to
decent
pay into
toilet
it,
paper.
right?
I mean, it's certainly better than
Always
the
to get
plank
you
length
to
stuff
pay
that you get at most restrooms. So this
Looking
might be
for
enough
money.
for some people, but only if it's the good kind of toilet paper. And I doubt that a mall restroom
Anything
is
they
going to
can
be
nickel and
stocked
dime you
up
on.
with Charmin Ultra Strong or something comparable in every stall. This is probably dollar store TP that you're going to want 10 squares for cleanup because you got to triple it over just so that your fingers don't go through when you're wiping. And the biggest problem with this thing that makes it so evil in the first place is the fact that public restroom
Do what you
shits
gotta
are
do.
almost always bad shits. Like, a lot of people don't even want to poop in public restrooms. It's a absolute necessity, and that's why they're going. Like, I was even the same way. I didn't like pooping in public restrooms until I started working retail jobs and I learned about what pooping on the clock was all about. Then I did it all the time, but other than that, no. I mean, you don't want to poop unless it's an emergency in a public restroom, and it's no wonder that public restroom shits are an emergency because just look at what food is being served nearby. It's either greasy street food, greasy mall food, or you're eating, you know, salmonella chicken wings at a festival where you're paying $20 for 5 of them.
Basically,
I mean,
you're
imagine being
eating
stuck in a hot
right, not
Coachella
fully
porta
cooked
potty, waiting
food.
5 minutes, watching
That fucks
5
with
minutes of TikTok ads just so that you can wipe your
or
ass
just something
decently.
hits you
The
wrong.
cyberpunk
And,
dystopia
you gotta
is
use the bathroom
probably
now.
becoming a worse version of hell than I think any one of us could have ever imagined. If you enjoyed this video, please like and share it to hack the algorithm.
very
and
easy
check out
for
my
food
online
to
store,
fuck up
Based
your
on Win, where you
stomach.
can buy my awesome merch or
Even
accessories for your
drinks,
phone or
right?
laptop. 10% store-wide discount
Even
when you pay with
right, the
Monero X
amount
at
of
checkout.
sugary,
Have a great rest of your day.
right? Some people's stomachs react fucking weird sometimes, and well, gotta go when you gotta go. Why don't we do a little pack opening while we watch this?
I was so scared. I feel like I'm betraying people, but at the same time, who was my friend, and what happened was wrong. It was really wrong.
Meet 28-year-old Paige Vowell, a woman who orchestrated a brutal murder plot involving multiple killers and multiple victims. Right now she's playing the victim, crying, claiming innocence. But what she doesn't know is that one person survived the attack, and he's already told detectives everything.
I know Paige hit me in the head. I was gonna die. I owed my last breath.
In the early hours of May 9th, 2017, law enforcement in Leon County, Florida, received an urgent call from 31-year-old Peter Tournay. He was reporting 3 separate crimes: a murder, a kidnapping, and a stolen vehicle. Peter explained that he struggled with drug addiction and had accompanied his childhood friend, Hoyt Burge, to deliver painkillers to an acquaintance. That acquaintance was Paige Vowell, who was living with her boyfriend, Paige Briggs. When Peter and Hoyt showed up at the residence to complete the drug deal, everything went sideways fast. As Paige led them into the house, they walked straight into an ambush. 4 men were waiting inside. What happened next was a nightmare that lasted for hours.
I bought another
We'll let
slab.
Peter
I shouldn't have
explain
bought
what
these.
went down.
Dude, I bought
While there
so
are
many
multiple
I bought
people
like
involved in this case, we're primarily
2,
focusing
4,
on 3.
5
Paige
slabs.
Briggs,
Bought too
Paige's
many.
boyfriend,
I
Paige
should have only
Vowell
bought like
herself,
2
and the
slabs and that
victim,
was it.
Hoyt Burge. The other names mentioned are the individuals who participated in the ambush.
Did anybody say anything when they rushed out? Remember hearing any statements being made?
We'll
Really,
open
it was all
it.
gibberish after me then. I mean, that was going on. I was still.
Just a
And when you said Paige said something, what did you don't remember what Paige said to you?
The only thing he was saying to me was, get
Probably
down,
just open this just
down,
to
stay
rip
on
too.
the ground. If you move, I'll shoot you.
Did you get down on the ground?
Yeah. Those were big guns. I was scared. They didn't go lie.
Did anybody attack you?
Yeah, I mean, after they basically got Hoyt, but
How did they attack Hoyt?
just came out of the room and just started, kind of hitting them. I mean,
What did they hit him with?
I'm not even, to be honest, I don't know, they could have put their pistols, multiple things, I don't really.
Peter's leaving out critical details here. When he was forced to the ground, his eyes were covered with duct tape, but not completely. A small gap allowed him to see through a narrow slit. What he witnessed through that gap would haunt anyone for life. His best friend since childhood was being brutally attacked, beaten with gun handles, a hammer, and fists, while Peter lay helpless, unable to do anything but watch.
I was gonna die. I owed my last breath. I don't know how. That was it. You mix those types of people.
Well, why did they stop attacking you?
They didn't find they hit me a few times because my best bet was to earn their trust and get on their side.
Mm-hmm.
That was my best bet. Or you're going to die. Because I was the only one there besides Lloyd.
This is the.
So what happened to Hoyt?
This is the final fan.
Everybody talked out there, even
Hey, it's
afterwards.
Zach.
The whole reason, and they were just even saying it during the reason those dudes came is Hoyt was supposed to rob them.
So this is what they were talking about?
Yes, this is what they were
Where were
saying.
you when they were talking about it?
Right there in the living room.
You were sitting?
I was sitting. I was there in the living
They're
room.
all
They were
common.
talking amongst each
Is
other.
that when you were on? Did you already get hit at this point?
Yes.
Okay. Well, where was Hoyt when they were talking about this?
Talking about
When they were talking about Hoyt trying to rob him, where was Hoyt?
they were talking about he was already he was on the floor.
He was on the floor?
Is there another
As soon as he basically looked in there, within 30 seconds of him being in there, 20 seconds of him being in there, me being in there also, when they attacked him, and all you could hear was him screaming as they chased him around the living room.
Oh,
Was Hoyt
Kadai
still
from
screaming when they were talking about Hoyt trying to
Advent
rob him?
Children.
Or they still talking when Hoyt.
Hey, Cactus. That's a nice point.
So what happened to Hoyt?
Cactor Conductor.
Attacked him.
Right here.
Hoyt was basically running around, trying to do whatever he can, screaming, hollering, and they're hitting him.
Oh, another Cactor.
Hoyt didn't fall down on
It's
the ground.
Arden. Wow.
I'm
Got
already down on the
Arden.
ground. I can look because I'm paying attention to him this way. I'm facing. I can see Hoyt's a few feet away. I can see it. I can see them hitting them. And
Oh, we got a non-foil Cactor
That's
Conductor
kinda
and got the regular one.
yeah. They.
Johnny. Right
Yeah,
here.
I couldn't see because my head wasn't like
Final
this the whole time
Fantasy.
as I'm laying down, so I wasn't like that. to be honest with you, I want to see as little as possible. And
The fuck? Oh, this car got fucked up in packaging.
Patrick.
What kind of gun did Patrick have? Was it big or small?
It wasn't a handgun.
What?
I didn't really see it.
Kind of.
To be honest, but it was a gun.
So he grabbed Patrick's gun?
Patrick's gun, and it went off. Boom. And that's all I heard. Everybody, and you know, when everybody heard that, they were just boom. You know, kind of spooked. And I thought I heard someone say, "I'm hit." I want to say it was.
Who said they were hit?
Oh, what
I want to say it was Hoyt. Or he's like, "I think I'm hit," and just kind of like, and that was the last I've heard of him. So that last voice I heard from Hoyt.
Multiple witnesses confirmed that Hoyt's final words were, "Y'all just killed me." He understood exactly what was happening to him, and Peter had to listen as his friend took his last breath, all while their attackers mocked and laughed without any shred of humanity.
We didn't plan like Pete, you came in the wrong place at the wrong time.
That's what they told you?
Yeah.
Who told you that?
Paige said that? Paige said that. I mean, they said, you know, as they went on throughout the rest of the, the night, as they're, cleaning, doing whatever they're doing, trying to wash away whatever evidence or whatever they're trying to do. I just was like, I was just like this, like, wrong place, wrong time, goddamn right.
So, what were they cleaning up?
They were cleaning. I seen the girl. They were Paige's girlfriend. They Paige and them were selling her. I'm sorry, I've been up for, I don't know how long I've been doing this forever. She was clean. I seen her clean the blood off the wall. I don't know if she had anything part of it, but to be honest, I mean, I would think that she would be allured. Why not? Because Hoyt always had a weakness for women. He loves his girls, and I think that she could have lured him in there. That's what I'm thinking.
Where did they bring Hoyt?
And I think I was like the bait or something. Like, I was just, innocent bystander type. Like, okay, we'll just use him. Wrong place, wrong time.
His girlfriend's cleaning blood off the wall. What did they do with Hoyt?
Body stayed there for a while. Until they would just put like all kinds of things wrapped up in like either towels, rugs, like a little white clear tarp, just whatever they could find. Really, he sat there for a while as they discussed, what they're going to do, and they kept asking me, "Peter, I don't say anything, are you? Peter, I don't say anything, are you?" And hooked on, bro. I said, "No, I ain't gonna say nothing, man. You know what I'm saying?"
Byron.
Yeah. I didn't think it didn't matter anyway. I didn't think I was gonna make it.
Oh, from 16. There's another. So the Final Fantasy, those Final Fantasy packs have just a bunch of cars from.
So do you know what happened?
Different eras of Final Fantasy.
That's the key. Survival. Whatever you can do to survive.
The Dragoon from 5.
That's what I did.
Peter did survive, and how he managed to escape is absolutely
we
shocking.
got a foiled
After the group
Dragoon
stuffed
cop.
Hoyt's body into Peter's car, they forced Peter into the passenger seat. He had no clue where they were taking him, or if he'd make it out alive.
They were talking about going to. Patrick was talking about.
Joshua.
Hey, I got a friend that we can go to. He's got plenty of land, out there in the boonies. And there's a Monticello.
Doctor?
Everybody has to keep Monticello. I think my parents' house, because it's not too far. We kind of live on the outskirts, but my parents live by the Tallahassee Car Museum. And that's when I was, I had told the guys earlier, I was like, man, I was like, because I was saying anything would help me.
Got
like,
knocked us from.
I was like, I'll give you all money, I'll give you whatever. They had already took all my money out of my pocket. They took my phones. They took my wallet, my driver's license. That's what they said. They continue to say that we know where you live. We know your parents. And we will kill you and your family if you say anything. That's exactly what they said.
Final Fantasy.
And my mom's my world.
Ayame.
So they stop anywhere? Do they go to Jefferson County or Monticello, or?
We got to. I ended up. I don't know if they. But Sid ended up saying, like, I told him I'd give him money. This was earlier in the night after all this stuff, so I was all frantic and shit. And he said, like, during the car ride as we're going down 90, he's like,
I would have to price
I'll take
check
you
a
up
lot.
on that. I was like, what? He goes, bring, how much money are you going to bring me? I said, I got about $350, $400 in there or something. I'll bring it to you. And, he agreed, and the whole thing in the back of my head, I was like, I was hoping they'd say, I hope they don't say, because they're going to do the body thing. And I was hoping they don't go do that first, because I'm figuring if they're going out to the woods, they're going to kill me. They're going to kill me. That's what they're going to do. That's what I have them fearing. And I just said, park right here. Like, you go to the roundabout, because you got a house, as it goes around to the, and then back, as it gets toward the end of the street, back to Walden. And I knew that there's a house right here that where they couldn't, like if they stopped right here, I knew they couldn't really see me go to my actual house. And they just parked right there. And he's like, you gonna go get that? I was like, yeah, man, I'll go get it. He said, you got 5 minutes. You better be back in 5 minutes. And so I got in the car. I walked slowly, I had to get for something, you know, because the sidewalk leads to the front door. And they can't see after so long. As soon as I knew they couldn't see, I ran to my house. And I know it's right next door, so I run. I'm beating on the door. Boom, 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 boom. And my mom finally, first I'm trying to knock it. I didn't know if they could hear from that. That's how scared I was. Like, I didn't know if they could hear it. And eventually I could hear my mom, like, getting through and coming to the door. And she's taking first, she'd open it. I'm just like, she'll tell you. I'm just like, get them, please. Like, I went inside, and immediately, first thing I do, I don't take a piss, I don't take a breath of air, Mom, and I'm trying to think how to say it, what to say, like, this is what happened, and I gave her the whole, I told her everything, and as I'm telling her, she's like, in the process, she's like calling 911, and she's like, yeah, call him, you know, yeah, I said, and then she's talking to the officer, I guess, over the phone. I said, man, this shit's serious, man, those dudes have guns, they just, you know, I mean, what, dude just died, I mean, obviously they're not. And that was it. She called, we waited, and she wanted to keep going outside my lawn. I said, Mom, just get in the house, man. Get in the house. These people are not playing. The officer went by, I guess by herself, check things out. And she wanted to see to it. Mom, let them deal with this. That's their job. That's their job, not yours. I need you.
Fortunately, the group didn't chase after Peter or his mother, and both escaped unharmed. Because of Peter's bravery and the detailed information he gave investigators, police were able to locate and arrest everyone involved quickly, but nothing could have prepared them for what came next. Out of everyone they questioned, Paige Vowell's interrogation was the most disturbing by far.
Hey, Paige, how you doing? Hey, I'll take this handcuffs off, buddy.
Thank you so much.
Sure. Hey, I'm Detective Rebel. This is Detective Norman. We're the violent crime unit here. All right, we'll talk to you about everything while you're here.
Okay.
All right. First thing I need to stress to you is that now's the time to be completely honest about everything.
Okay.
Have you ever been arrested before?
Yes.
What have you been arrested for?
My possession of a controlled substance, that was like almost 10 years ago.
Okay.
My most recent arrest was battery and a VOP.
Okay. Do you know what kind of investigation we're doing now?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay, you realize it's a homicide investigation, murder? Okay. So, by not being truthful with us can hurt you greatly, okay? This is not a battery charge, it's not a possession charge, this is something that can affect you the rest of your life.
This is something that I never thought I would ever have.
So, what I'm telling you is the questions we ask, you need to answer truthfully, honestly, and tell us everything you know, and not worry about hiding something for somebody else, because they're going to be talked to as well. And so, don't tell us something that's not true, and then we go find out that what you just told us was a lie, because now that gets you involved even more than what you are. Okay, right now you need to be looking out for yourself. I don't know what kind of future you want, but if you sit here and lie to us, it's not going to be a good one. All right?
How old are you, Paige? 28. You have kids? Okay. I'm a 10-year-old.
Well, obviously you know what we're going to talk to you about. So why don't you just let you talk and tell us from the beginning that day, like what went down.
See it? Okay. I'm going to be completely honest. I know from what everyone don't want me to be completely honest, but I will be completely honest because I know for a fact that I know
this has a full
what
art
I
one.
did could be charges against me because of the fact that I was there and I did not call. Even though I wanted to, but I was scared shitless. Scared shitless. Okay? And the guy that passed away was actually a friend of mine. So our murderer was a friend of mine. But see, I don't want to.
Let's start with Monday night. Can you remember Monday night?
That was the night he came, right?
Who came?
Was that the night that this happened? I don't know, my days are mixed up a little bit.
Today's Wednesday.
Okay, so yeah, I was there for his right, yes, Monday night. So, wait, he came by to give me, like, am I incriminating myself by saying what I'm saying?
You're a witness.
Okay,
right now, okay?
Okay, because,
Listen, we're not worried about any drugs.
No,
anything about that.
Okay, yeah, that's it. I was gonna purchase some painkillers from him. He's a friend of mine. He brought someone that I don't know. I don't know this guy. I don't know who he had brought with him.
How did you arrange for him to come over to buy whatever you were gonna buy from him?
I arranged it by talking to Hoyt. Hoyt was just supposed to. I didn't know if he was gonna bring what the painkillers with him, or if I was gonna go with him to go get some. I know I could.
So I'm talking about, you talked to him on a cell phone, or how did you talk to him about it?
Yes.
Okay.
So.
Like via text or a phone call?
Text.
Okay.
But my phone doesn't, like, that's why I have two phones. One, they don't work. They keep getting messed up. So, anyway, so it was supposed to be simple, quick, and easy. Wait. I don't know, it's hard for me to talk about him because I'm really good friends with him. He's a little bit of a scumbag, like you would say, but like, not a scumbag, but like he was way too flirty all the time, you know, but he was really sweet to me. Really sweet to me. I haven't really talked about how this happened yet. All I know what he wanted to do was come over there because he thought he was going to get some from me or something, and that just wants me to be so sad. He's just so sweet. In that regard, he's not an innocent guy whatsoever, but I don't know, it's hard.
Let's pause right here. Vowel just described a man as sweet for coming over expecting intimacy, and the moment those words leave her mouth, she breaks down crying and claims to be devastated. But remember what Peter said. He believed Vowel deliberately lured Hoyt there because she knew he was attracted to her. She was the bait, nothing more, nothing less. And in this moment, she makes it painfully obvious that she knew exactly what she was doing, no matter how many tears she tries to hide behind.
Who was all there when he came in?
Well, they weren't supposed to, they weren't, a lot of them left, and Paige left, he came back.
Unfortunately, we only got one.
Supposed to have been back so soon. I thought it was going to be off longer because he didn't want me to get these painkillers.
Too bad,
He doesn't like me doing them, and so it was kind of something that I didn't want him to be there for.
Only like $2.
You know, this isn't like that, you know, I do them sometimes, so, but he came back earlier than I expected, and, so, anyway, I told him and his friends to just, like, kind of, I don't know, just let me do it, I told him because he doesn't like me doing it at all. He found out, and he was a bit upset that I was going to get on, but whatever.
So Vicky, Patrick, and was that it?
No, Vicky, Patrick, and Paige was there too. He'd come back.
Okay.
I didn't know he was going to come back so soon.
Anybody else?
And Vicky's boyfriend, Stan.
Who?
Stan. Yeah, he'll probably don't even have a lot of information I have because I'm sure they don't want
Right, we got
tell you all what happened,
keys of the
but
master.
it's us talking. It's
The
not,
last
we're
pack
talking
I
just to us, okay? But I know I shouldn't be.
probably got nothing
I
in
feel
it.
like I'm betraying people, but at the same time, who was my friend, and what happened was wrong. It was really wrong.
It was wrong, and like I said earlier, you need to look out for yourself right
I'm
now.
not trying to worry. I'm worried about it. The fact that happened was wrong, and it shouldn't have happened.
Do you know Stan's last name?
Want to get in trouble
Holding up.
against people, or
Is he a white male or black male?
white.
Okay.
But what I do know for a fact is that like maybe some wrong things were done. But I'm telling you this over for a fact. I saw the whole thing happen, and when you see someone hurt someone like that, you can tell their intentions are not good. You can tell people that are just like, calm down, that are just like, okay, like it felt like we were at an attention, we were gonna get robbed from them. It's how it felt like, kind of, because he brought some other guy that we didn't know ahead of time. Like, it was supposed to just be Hoyt. Hoyt was the only one that was supposed to come over. He was the only one that was supposed to come with. He was supposed to come alone. He never said he was going to bring people.
There was some truth to Paige Briggs and Vowell's claim that they thought they'd be robbed, but only some. Yes, there were text messages between Hoyt and another person where robbing Paige was discussed casually. And yes, Hoyt seemed somewhat interested, but when Paige eventually read those messages, it wasn't the robbery talk that set him off. It was what Hoyt said about Vowell. In those texts, Hoyt boasted that he'd been intimate with Vowell several times. That's what pushed Paige over the edge. After reading that, revenge was all he wanted. The plan practically formed itself. Beat Hoyt, rob him, and let Vowell walk away with free pills.
How it happened should not have happened. It was kind of supposed to be a low-key thing. Like, I was just kind of supposed to switch out with Hoyt really quick. Like, do a little transaction really quick. That's what my intentions were, was to do a little quick transaction. So, okay.
So you keep going.
Who was outside? Who stayed outside? I'm not exactly sure. It's one of the little, I think it started with a P, one of the little guys. That's the little short guy you're talking about? It starts with a P? Yeah, I think it starts with a P. Okay. But he did not mean to get, I feel like he was put in a situation that he didn't want to be there. All I know what happened, it went really fast, but Paige held Pete to the ground. He held Pete to the ground. Yeah, that's his name. It was Pete. Pete. Yep, that was his name. He came back so quick right there. Pete was his name. Sorry, when some people ask me on point, I don't always know. Okay. So Paige held Pete to the ground. Yeah, and he said, Pete, everything's gonna be fine. Just keep your hands on your back. Was this in the house? Yeah, he said, yeah, in the house. This was after a long time. I don't know. I'm all over the place about it because this is the first time I'm going through it. Okay, let's go. Let's start here. Hoyt came up. Y'all were going to do an exchange. Yeah, Hoyt came up with Pete. Okay. And then some other people. I think white guys, black guys, girls. There was no girls. There's no girls. Okay.
Nothing good.
Okay, so he comes up with other people. You don't know who they are. Yeah, but some of them were
I didn't open
he was starting to invite. Trying to invite his friends to come in and stuff, and then they didn't.
I opened what, 4 of these packs?
And he said, "Fine, go stand in the car or whatever." Okay. So okay.
I was able to.
It's kind of weird.
Kind of weird.
I mean,
is
with all the
certainly
packs
one way
that
to
I
describe
opened,
a
to be
murder,
honest,
but let's call it what it really was: a
And
setup
if I
from
sold
start
my
to
whole-
finish.
all
True
the
to
cards,
form,
I'd
Vowell shifts all the
back for
blame
the
onto the men for how things escalated, conveniently skipping over her own involvement. The reality: the group that arrived with Hoyt and Peter actually wanted to come inside the house, but Vowell told them not to. Why? Because if they were inside, her ambush wouldn't work. Hoyt wouldn't be outnumbered. He wouldn't be defenseless, and she wouldn't get those pills without paying.
I feel like at first, maybe Pat and them maybe thought that there was going to be a robbery. I felt when they brought all the people there, I could understand why he thought that they were going to try and rob them. But then after they came in, I felt like nothing bad was gonna happen, and I felt like it wasn't gonna be like what he thought it was gonna be. So they just was holding Pete down, trying to figure out what was going on, and Hoyt was just going crazy, and Stan, and because I'm being really honest, I can't believe I'm
Right,
doing
let's
this, but
check
I
what's in
feel
the
really
slab
bad
cake.
for Hoyt. It shouldn't have happened like that. If it was, anyway, this Hoyt
Like I
started
had a
going
bad
crazy.
feeling
Stan
about
was
those
grabbing
40+
all
dollars.
over the place, and literally, I swear to God, I saw Hoyt's ear, like dangling or something, and I tried to get him to stop.
We
But
got
then
an
Hoyt was going crazy. He was like jumping around all over the
we
place,
got a
and then the next thing you know, I hear a gunshot.
We got a Japanese Stellar Crown
And I
pack.
didn't think he hit him or anything.
So with this
I didn't
pack,
think that Pat hit
there's
him,
a
but
graded card, sealed pack, and a
he
bonus.
did, and then after that, maybe
I mean, we have an English card.
I wanted to go. I wanted to go the whole time, and I was so scared. I was so scared. I can't believe that happened from me.
Where did this happen at? In the house?
In the living room. Okay. There's only like one room available. Okay. But
Here's our Japanese pack.
me and Paige
Unfortunate that I thought it was gonna be in
he
English.
doesn't want to put his name out there. He didn't do anything wrong. He just was there to pick me and Paige up because we did not want to be part of that situation at all. We did not want to be a part of it. I wanted to pretend it didn't even happen. Like it felt like it was so surreal. It felt like a dream, like the worst nightmare of my life.
Who had the gun?
Okay. Well,
Dad.
I'll take it. It's a fucking Charizard EX.
He had a big gun.
Okay, well, I'll take this one because I like that. What's the grade? Ooh, a 9.5. Oh my god. Oh, it's from the Obsidian Flames.
Yes, because I wanted to try to save his life. I told me you needed to
It's
call
almost
my
a
cops. We needed to
fucking
call the
10.
cops. My
God
phone
damn
doesn't
it.
work. It does not
Holy
work.
shit.
I was like, we need to call the cops. He's about to die. Like,
SGC. I don't know.
Die.
I'd have
And then he was dead.
the rating on.
And I had to go.
Okay, maybe this is
I
worth
did
it.
not want to be there anymore. I could not even look at him. I did not want to be there. I did not want to
This is the Obsidian Flames Charizard. This is actually a good one.
I know you said his ear was dangling.
He obviously got shot in his chest. There was nothing I could do because he was already gone, like, so quick. It looked like he got shot up in the upper chest area. Like, I couldn't even look at him like that. Like, I couldn't.
You don't know how his ear was injured?
Stan injured his ear. I watched them fighting.
With how? With what? What was he fighting with?
I think he had a gun or something. He may have had brass knuckles. I don't know what he had, but somehow, I don't know if y'all see this body. Please tell me his ear was where that was in my head. It felt like his ear was literally dangling and just splurting around everywhere. And when that happened, that was up against the front window, like, of the house.
Poor, helpless Paige Vowell, or at least that's the narrative she's desperately trying to sell. According to her version, she wanted to help Hoyt, but everyone else refused to call for help. But if you ask literally anyone else who was actually present, including her own friend Harley, you get a completely different account. According to Harley, it was another woman at the scene who fought to save Hoyt's life, while Vowell simply stood there watching as he choked and vomited up massive amounts of blood. Someone begged to call an ambulance. Vowell said no. Her reason? She didn't want to go to jail. Hoyt was beaten relentlessly for 2 full minutes before being shot in the chest. And even after the gunshot, he remained alive for another 30 seconds, slowly bleeding out.
Me and Paige, honestly, didn't know what to do. Like, I know he wanted to get rid of all the guns and stuff. Like, that was really mainly, like, for, I don't know what Pat was thinking. I didn't even know know Pat was like that. I don't know how he could have done that. I had no clue how he could have touched her.
Where was Hoyt whenever he was shot? I know you said the living room. Where was he at in the living room?
They gave us
by the near the kitchen. Okay. Was he standing?
SVI.
Was he on his knees? Was he laying down?
He was fighting like crazy.
What's
Like
SVI?
when I say someone who thinks that they're about to get hurt really bad fights like crazy, no. Usually you lay there and you're like, please don't shoot me, please don't shoot me. Hoyt did not do that. Hoyt was going all over the place. Like honestly, he was it was a fight. It was fighting back and forth.
Who was he fighting with?
Stan, honestly, I don't really. All I know is Paige was with Pete, trying to hold Pete down. And Stan and David and Pat were the ones that were over there, that were trying to hold the weight down, and then all of a sudden I hear the gun go off, and I'm never gonna get out of my memory ever again. This kid, like, I cannot believe how I have ever seen someone die in front of you. Have you ever seen someone die in front of you like that? Someone that you're friends with, and you're really good friends with his girlfriend.
They gave us a.
I want to make up a lie in my head and just like pretend something like I didn't even see that, like I wasn't even there. Like I want to train my brain not to be able to see that anymore. Like I wish you could see that.
I always found that weird.
I don't know if I'll ever be the same after that, to be honest. I can't.
It was fun to give me even this.
Before the gunshot went off, you said there was fighting. Were there any other weapons involved?
I'm not sure. I know that there were brass knuckles in the house and stuff like that, so I don't know if those were used. I don't know how they did it. I honestly don't know. It went so quick, and I cannot. I'm sorry.
So you didn't,
I keep picturing it in my head.
You didn't see anybody use any hammers or anything?
No. Didn't see any hammers or anything. You saw all I saw was that I had Charlotte. And
Probably
I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to do. I honestly, I didn't know what to do. I wanted to go. I wanted to leave her.
It was 10, because then it would have been like $200
I just wanted to leave. I was scared. I was so scared. Like, I don't understand how all that can happen when all I wanted to do was just, I'm telling you, it's my fault. If I hadn't wanted to get any painkillers, none of that would ever happen. So it's my fault. It's my fault.
Val knows precisely how Hoyt's ear ended up mutilated. According to her friend Harley, Val allegedly admitted they needed to make Hoyt unrecognizable to hide the crime. Her solution? Grab a hammer and start swinging at his head. She didn't stop until, in her own words, his ear flew off. The autopsy confirmed this, showing a 1.5 inch by 1.5 inch skin flap torn from Hoyt's skull near his ear. That's not exactly the behavior of an innocent bystander.
I guarantee you, once he messed his ear up, I think that's whenever Hoyt really started going crazy. I mean, I have my ear truffle. I don't know what I would do. But it looked like his ear was dangling, and there was just blood going everywhere. And I was just standing there saying, "Stop, stop."
So, but were they fighting with just their hands, or are they?
No, there's definitely nothing with hands.
What was their
There's
fight?
no hands. I don't know if you'll know. There's no hands. There's no possible way they could have hands. There was guns. There was just guns. I don't know.
Like they were hitting with guns?
Yeah, he could have got pistol whipped or something.
No, I'm asking, did you see that? Or?
I mean, I don't know. No, it's like, it's kind of like it really is kind of a blur. Like Like, I've been trying to tell myself it didn't happen. I know it's not as Ronan too, but I've been trying to just like try and make up things in my head that are. I can't do it though. I cannot see him all the time.
So you saw Stan hitting him
I
with
wonder
something.
why this one got a nice.
Yeah, I saw Stan
Oh, it might have been
hitting
the
him and
center.
yelling, and I was just trying to get them to stop.
Really
But you don't know
picky
what Stan
about.
was hitting with.
I have no clue what he was hitting. All I know is he was getting hit and Stan was gonna. And all I know is in that moment I could tell each and every single one of those dudes. I could tell who was out there that had no soul at all.
Probably have to look at him.
I could read them like a book. Like,
Probably
they
have to look
give
at.
a fuck. Like, how can you do that to somebody?
What was Patrick hitting him with?
Pat scared me the most. I thought Pat. Like I thought I had a really good
Honestly,
character. Like I
you could probably get this
who's a
in
good
again.
person or not. I don't know. All of a sudden, something clicked with a lot of those people that just I had never seen before in my life. Like you can tell who someone really is whenever something
The real
like that
possibility.
happens, and you see that rage, like that for no reason. Of course, like why are they getting mad at Hoyt? Whenever Hoyt's not doing anything wrong but fighting back, you know. Like,
So what did Pat hit him with?
I don't know if Pat hit him or not. All I know is Pat shot him.
When did Pat get the gun? I mean, was he had it the whole time, or?
Pat had it. Pat was obsessed with guns. His dad does. Owns a gun. I don't know. He's always got like really good guns. So there was already guns in the house. Pat's there a lot all the time. He just actually moved into a new place, so he had his guns.
Yeah, Pat had a big gun, right? So a long gun.
Yeah, Pat.
Okay. When during the altercation did he get that? Did he have it? Was he holding it the whole time?
Yeah, he already had it.
So he had it while he was trying to fight Hoyt?
No, I don't know if he had it while he was trying to fight Hoyt, but I know he had already had it in the house because he was in the process of moving.
Yeah, so my question is, like, what point did Pat grab the long gun?
I have no idea. There was so much going on. Honestly, I was watching Paige because he was my boyfriend, and so I wanted to make sure everything was okay with him.
Remember, Peter didn't say Vowell just stood by watching. He made it absolutely clear that she actively helped clean up the crime scene and move Hoyt's body.
I don't even know anymore. I don't even know how this happened. But all I wanted was it's my fault. It's really my fault. Because I wanted to get some pictures.
Guess mid pluses.
I know this is tough, but we gotta. I mean, we have to
It's
get
just
through
like
it.
no one understood. Always a good guy.
Basically, only.
That's what I've heard.
My friend. I mean, I don't know. On my Facebook, he said the sweetest thing on my birthday, not even 2 weeks ago. The sweetest thing. He's always been so sweet to me, and I cannot believe that happened to him. I can't believe he did that. And I had to see it. I should not have had to see anything like that.
Excuse me for just a minute, Paige. Your dad owns the truck that you drive, right? Is it your daddy that owns it or your stepdaddy?
Yeah, my dad.
Okay. What's his name?
David.
David. Do you have a phone number for your dad?
Yeah.
What's his
A lot
number?
of, for whatever reason, a lot of people prefer PSA.
No.
Even though PSA.
We appreciate that.
There's that his girlfriend deserves that.
And that's why you're in here talking to us about it, right? Because it's not right what happened to him.
Issues of
absolutely, and that's all. You're not. I just need
call people for who they really were at that specific moment. You can tell
packages
not
getting
right in the head.
left
I
up.
promise you that I have never.
What's Dad's phone number, sweetheart?
I'm sorry. I have never ever would ever
I
think
mean,
that
it's a
would
good
ever
card.
be in a situation like that.
Honestly, this is.
Ever in my life. And I literally
I'd say
went,
this
so
is like
you
a
can read
$50
how they
car.
really are.
Well, I mean, if the
In a
card market wasn't
situation like that, which
going to shit, it'd be basically a $50
I don't
car.
want my worst enemy to have to witness or be in a situation like that, because that is I can't believe that happened.
Hey, this is a nice slab
It
for
was
the
a
collection,
scumbag when it comes to him trying to do stuff with
especially
me
it's
because
it's
he's a Lord dog. That way, but he is the sweetest guy. He has a really good freaking heart. He's the best heart ever, and this should have never happened to him. Should never
Alright,
happen
let's
to
see what's
anybody.
in.
I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to do.
This is the Stellar Crown. Japanese version. I don't know if we're gonna get anything else.
Hey, Paige, before we go any further,
Especially
you're not
when
under
it's
arrest.
Japanese.
Understand, okay? Right now you are a witness
Potential foil.
in this. But
Only
I do
one
want you to
potential
read you your
foil.
rights just so you understand your right. You're not under arrest, okay? But you need to know your rights, okay? Alright?
Oh, that's it.
How about to speak to a lawyer? Should I speak to a lawyer? I don't know how these things work.
It's your choice if you want to speak to a lawyer or not.
Well, let Detective Moore read you these rights, and then we'll kind of just go from there.
Have a nice Japanese
You have the
rare
right to
foil
remain
card.
silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to talk to a lawyer at this time and have a lawyer present with you during questioning. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed for you before any questioning if you
Oh,
wish.
there you have it.
You can decide at any time to exercise these rights and not answer any questions or make
That
any
is
statements.
that is all we got
Do you
from
understand
this.
the rights that I read to you?
I do. Does that mean that everything I've just said does not count anymore because I just never read my rights?
But you're not under arrest.
Yeah, you're not under arrest or anything. Basically what you're gonna do, if you'll
Open this
just
promo.
initial here that I read these to you, and you can reread them if you like, and read the statement right here.
Honestly, I'm like worn out now. That was really. I have not thought about that night since it happened. I'm trying to pretend it didn't. That's why me and Paige were late. Beach house because we were both freaking out.
Read this right here.
We had no idea. We had no idea that was like
With those rights in mind, do you want to continue to talk to us? We just need to get all sides of the story.
Shortly after this interrogation, Paige Vowell decided to stop talking and get a lawyer. At trial, she stuck to her story, claiming she was just an innocent bystander who invited Hoyt over for drugs and had zero idea things would turn deadly. The jury didn't believe her. Paige Vowell was sentenced to life in prison without any possibility of parole. As for the four men who carried out the attack, Patrick Bahrain, the shooter, received 50 years. Paige Briggs got 45 years. Stanley West and David Howard each received 30 years. But there is at least one positive outcome from all this tragedy. Peter Tournay successfully overcame his drug addiction and now works in construction. We like to think Hoyt, his childhood best friend, would be proud of that, and we wish Peter nothing but the best moving forward.
The Justice Department is investigating the Black Lives Matter organization.
That is all that. Alright. Anyways, that was it for that. Stay together. Ruffian. Oh. Oh, no. Oh, I see. Travel. Reggie Rock ends. If we got one more hit, come on, please. Just down. Also, was a better idea to keep it sealed, to be honest. Yeah, I'm just finding out everything. Other. Got the. Got the. Alright, that's all she wrote. So, literally, this was the best. This was what, 30? Pack was. Just a promo. This costs like $50 if the card market wasn't down. There you have it.